Yo. C'est parti.
Bien le bonsoir.
Bien le bonjour tout le monde, ici Ryne.
Have I arrived?
Dans un nouveau monde.
I do not see the others.
When we dived,
Yes.
On l'a déjà
Have
vu
the
50
keepers
fois celui-là.
interfered? That is not unthinkable.
Oh dear. Are you okay there, all alone?
Yes. I was simply taking in the scenery.
Ah, I see. As a matter of fact, I'm a great lover of this view myself.
Might he be a resident of this world? Is he a priest or perhaps some sort of cleric? He does seem kind.
Différence entre français et anglais. Là, elle dit tristesse. En anglais, elle dit gentillesse.
Ah, I should introduce myself. I am the Marshal of Escamali, Marlone Median. And you are?
I must not trust him too carelessly. He could be evil. I am Eris Anthul.
Antul. Je me souvenais plus d'avoir déjà vu son nom de famille, tu vois.
Ah, Eris. Might this be your first time in this land?
Yes.
Something told me so. You seem to gaze upon this land as if it were peculiar. Where did you come from?
That would...
It's surely uncouth to comment on a woman's appearance, but your clothing is most unconventional. It's not just this land, I know. I'm also somewhat knowledgeable about the surrounding lands. I'd therefore appreciate an honest answer.
Tu sais que c'était pas nécessaire de balancer Laura pour te dire pour ça. Hein.
Never have I felt anything quite this strong. Is it thirst for blood? No, it's the weight of magic. No, I must not. If anyone is to blame, it is I.
I shouldn't appear nervous. Causing him to be alarmed would simply give rise to needless conflict. Nothing will be accomplished here unless I give him a chance.
C'est quoi cette voix?
I come from a place far from this land. It's most likely nowhere you're familiar with.
What do you mean to say?
I don't know whether you can believe me, but I come from another world.
I see, very well. Why are you able to believe? That's the question that seems to be going through your head.
Well, yes. I was aware that my story must sound ridiculous.
Oui, la voix me paraît franchement différente. Je crois que oui, ils ont fait le changement de la doubleuse.
As a matter of fact, I saw you suddenly appear. Teleportation does exist in this world, but the way that you appeared was somewhat different. It's almost as if you walked through a gate. So, I had a feeling that you were different from me. At any rate, I know someone like you.
You mean that you doubted me from the beginning?
Well, that wasn't very generous of me. I'm very sorry.
No. I had my doubts as well.
Ah, that is no great surprise. People often tell me I have a face that can't be trusted.
C'est vrai qu'il y a un petit air, mais c'est léger.
No. If you trust me, then I believe I should trust you as well.
That's logical enough.
Of course. One cannot trust too blindly.
That's just fine. I feel just the same way. But, well, I hope that we can cooperate, Eris.
Yes. I too hope that is the case.
I'm not sure if we should just stand here talking, so would you mind coming to my guild?
He is on guard, yet still acts pleasantly. No matter whether he is good or bad, I cannot let my own guard down around him. I will take you up on that offer.
Excellent! In that case, please come this way. Ah, yes, I forgot something.
Huh?
There's normally a greeting we recite to travelers, and since you've come from, well, the outside, please allow me this opportunity to formally say, welcome to the land of Asunia, home of shimmering dew and guilds. May this godless age shine upon you and be your solace.
Effectivement, c'est là à chaque fin de deuxième chapitre, je crois. J'ai pas bonne mémoire. On va juste faire le premier. Non, celui-là, c'est bon. Ouais, c'est bon. Je savais plus, j'étais plus certain. Donc bon, on a vu le deck avant. Sympa le... Ça se voit que c'est la guilde de l'équilibre. Hein.
This is incredible. It's in such good order.
Oui, c'est vrai que quand on y regarde, en fait, la structure est vraiment symétrique. Hein. Mais bon, je pense que c'est pas la première fois.
Do you really think so? That brings me such joy.
But something about it seems so cold and mechanical. It's as if there's no zeal at all here. Would you mind if I were to ask what sort of god Escamali believes in?
Oh, not at all. We don't particularly believe in any gods.
Alors pourquoi c'est une église?
Then why are you dressed in that way?
Why are you, Eris? Do you believe in gods?
There was once something I believed to be a god, but that is no longer the case.
I see. You seem similar to us then. I've heard that we originally believed in gods long ago. What Escamali now believes in is balance. Balance for this land and balance for the guilds.
Guilds? As in groups of people who share a common purpose?
Yes, it's just as you say. There are a total of 5 guilds here in Asunia.
Bah du coup, si tu suis bien cette définition, il y en a une guilde qui correspond pas trop.
There's the Order of Blade Rights, Guild of Justice, the Magus Covenant, Guild of Resplendence, the Forbidden Guild, Nicola Adele, Countess Solari, the Guild of Stealth, and finally, Escamali, the Guild of Regulation. Asunia is ruled by a council of these 5 guilds. Well, that is the official explanation. There is, in fact, much more going on. It may be an exaggeration to call what we have a council.
Oh?
Countess Solari, for example, is a guild of assassins, so they don't show themselves. The Magus Covenant is completely unconcerned with what happens in this land. Nicola Adele won't have a thing to do with politics. The Order of Blade Rights was the only one worth its salt, but they haven't been doing well since their marshal fell ill.
The role of Escamali is to preserve a good relationship between the guilds. That's why you profess balance.
Yes, it's just as you say. We exist to resolve any spats between the guilds.
Et bon, on a vu avec Isabelle, ça marche pas des masses. Hein.
We hold councils between them, and we lay down a certain number of regulations. At times, we act as a sort of deterrent force. That's our guild in a nutshell.
Your role must be a challenging one.
It is. It's incredibly difficult. That's why we try to avoid drawing lines in the sand. The guilds won't fall into line just because you command them to.
Oh, I see. 4 guilds have the power to rule over all the land. Can a single organization really control them? No. With the magic that Marlone unleashed, it might not be impossible.
They're even appearing here now.
Marlone, what is that?
That's a magical life form created by the Magus Covenant, the guild where mages gather. I don't understand how it all works, but it's apparently a form of artificial life.
Artificial life? No such thing exists in my world.
Yes, it must certainly come as a surprise. If I were to believe in God, I might shout at the sky that this is blasphemy. But by all accounts, those aren't finished products. One might even call them failures. So, stand!
Marlone!
These creatures are such pests. It's because they're failures that they attack people. Oh dear.
Thank you. Are you hurt?
It just grazed me, so only a bit. I'll call the other...
No, I will battle it. I must somehow thank you for what you've done. And besides, you don't seem to have time to wait for your companions.
Go ahead, and please accept my profuse apologies, Eris.
Do not worry. I have this under control.
Ah, ils ont vraiment changé la voix et elle fait tellement plus sûre d'elle. Exactement la même zone mais sans le symbole.
Against any enemy.
Bien. Alors nouveau deck, nouveau fonctionnement. Mince. J'allais dire, comme vous le voyez, il y a quasiment que des amulettes. Bah non, il y a une créature et qui se joue avec les amulettes en plus. Le principe généralement des ecclésiastiques, c'est de jouer énormément d'amulettes possédant des comptes à rebours. Donc, je pense que vous savez ce qu'est un compte à rebours. Et de les détruire pour voir leurs effets. Bah là, ça va être pareil. Ce deck n'a quasiment que des amulettes, dont le candélabre sacré et l'autre, dont j'ai oublié le nom. Ces deux amulettes ont pour grande particularité de réduire le compte à rebours. Voilà, l'Oromia. Ils font tous les deux la même efficacité, donc soustraire le compte à rebours. Aïe. Aïe. Donc du coup, comme j'en ai deux, comme ils réduisent le compte à rebours, il me suffit de les jouer pour direct avoir leurs effets. Voilà. Et comme il y en a deux, bah, je réduis de 2 points. Donc du coup là c'est excessivement rapide. Bonjour. Bonjour magnifique créature. Deux amulettes sur le plateau peut se transformer. Et quand elle attaque... Une amulette, d'accord. J'étais en train de relire plusieurs fois parce que je comprenais pas. Voilà, donc du coup j'ai juste à jouer beaucoup d'amulettes. Ah, une fusion avec les symboles telluriques, est-ce que je vois? Lui, il active des capacités en fonction du nombre d'amulettes détruites. Donc elle bannit une créature, inflige 3 de dégâts aux joueurs adverses, soigne de 3 points de vie et invoque une créature parmi celles qui ont été détruites. Par contre, si j'ai perdu 7 amulettes, 7 c'est ça? 7. Oui, 7. Ça double, tout simplement, ça double l'effet. Non oui, je suis obligé d'attendre quand même un tour.
You're done for.
Les cartes de pioche, les amulettes de pioche sont les seules à avoir un compte à rebours à 3 dans ce deck. Donc j'aurais pas beaucoup de problèmes. Aïe. Pour l'instant, c'est juste ennuyeux, je peux rien faire.
I don't offer salvation, just gratitude.
Parfait.
The real battle begins.
Oh.
Go home while you still can, party pooper. How rude.
J'avais jamais vu l'image quand il est évolué. C'est dark. Pardon.
The white one is adorable.
Oh, Serpent King.
Become one.
I think that's enough for now.
Voilà, prochain tour. Le dieu de la prospérité. Ça sera 7 sur 7 grâce à lui. Fin. J'allais dire ça ne te sauvera pas, mais visiblement si. Saleté.
I don't offer salvation, just gratitude.
Easy.
Are you injured, Marlon?
Mais t'inquiète pas pour Marlon.
Is it over? Here, Marlon. Please.
Incredible! My body feels extremely light.
That's good to hear.
Your spells are certainly unconventional. You convert magical power to light, and then use it to attack and heal. Is this magic common in your world?
I'm not sure. There were some others who could use it, but...
The light's appearance doesn't change, but at times it rends foes, and at times it heals them. Even a dilettante such as myself can see that it's a wonderful power.
It is my hope that it should be as you say, but there's nothing special about it.
Sorry for the delay.
Ah, it's fine.
Oh, is there anything else we can do?
No, not in particular. You're free to go.
C'est plutôt dommage d'avoir fait le chemin juste pour repartir. Même pas au
You
revoir.
called your companions.
Ah, well, yes, I simply wanted to be sure.
I'm sure this isn't the case, but you wouldn't have been faking your injury, would you? Marlon?
On a l'impression de voir un gamin se faire gronder par sa mère. Sérieusement, les gars.
Yes.
The reason you might seem untrustworthy has nothing to do with your appearance. Your actions are to blame.
That may well be the case.
Tu m'étonnes, c'est ultra suspect, surtout ce rire.
That's enough. He seems to have his faults, but his actions are understandable. He was attempting to judge the power of someone who came from another world. One could call it a proper decision. And when he rescued me, his eyes seemed very sincere.
Normally, my job involves feeling out people's minds, so I tend to be suspicious. I'm sorry, really.
It's fine.
Oh, thank you very much.
Arrêtez de rire dans tous les sens, ça rend le truc encore plus ridicule.
Marlon, the truth is that I did not come to this world alone.
You have companions?
Yes.
Then it's probably for the best if you search for them. Shall I show you to town?
No, I cannot ask that much of you.
Are you sure? I wouldn't mind at all. Anyway, let's step outside for the time being.
All right. Are the others well? Have they met with this world's sorrows? I hope for their safety they haven't.
Fine weather we're having today. The sky is clear.
Yes, it's pleasant.
How are you finding this world? Is there any major difference from your own?
Well, what's that sound? Flowing water?
Ah, that would be the canals. They reach throughout every part of Asunia. The water that flows through the canals has a special magical power. That's what makes our Asunia so prosperous. The canals also serve as a means of transportation. Boats can zip anywhere in an instant.
It's a land that fits its title of Shimmering Dew.
Yes! This network of canals is like the guilds. Pure Asunia.
Is that the sound of water? There are canals all over.
Oh, that has to be...
Rowan!
Huh?
Rowan?
Priestess, I mean, Eris. It's good to see you're all right.
Yes, and it comes as a relief to see you well, for pieces of his armor have been chipped away. What happened? No, you're injured, aren't you?
This? It's nothing, really.
But all the same.
I beg your pardon. Might those wounds be the result of battling with a rather tall man?
As a matter of fact, they are. Might I ask your name?
Je déteste ma mémoire. C'était qui? C'était qui?
He is Marlone Median. We have only just met, but I believe him to be a trustworthy person.
Oh, I don't know whether I can be trusted, but my name is Marlone Median. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Rowan Dragspear. How did you know what happened to me?
I saw you coming down from that hill, and well, I'm additionally acquainted with a rough character who calls that hill his home.
Ça y est, je me souviens.
So, in brief, please accept my sincere apologies.
No, if anything, I should be the one saying sorry. If I hadn't gone for my spear, he wouldn't have struck me.
You are a noble soul indeed. Please allow me to express my apologies again. Next time I see him, I'll be sure to chide him. Ah, yes, you two surely have some catching up to do, so I'll excuse myself here. If you have any issues, I should be close by. Well,
Thank you.
Rowan, do you know where the others are?
You're actually the first one I've seen.
I suspected we had been scattered, and it's...
What are you planning to do from here on?
I intend to act together with Marlone. And you, Rowan?
I'm going to look around this land some more. I might be able to find the others, and anyway, there's a lot I don't understand.
I see. It would be my pleasure to help you in any way necessary.
No, thanks. I can handle things alone.
You're smiling, but I can sense the sorrow underneath. You've endured so much.
Very well. But Rowan, perhaps it is arrogant of me, but I hope that the others and they and I...
Yeah? Well, then I'll gather them and bring them back here to you.
Thank you. Please go well.
Thanks.
Our paths have forked once again, but I am sure, I know the others and I will meet again. That may not be what I should want, but still,
Dans un danseur 36 000.
Marlone, thank you very much for your concern.
not at all. Is your conversation over?
Yes.
It doesn't seem to have gone well.
I said that we were companions, but it was only so from my viewpoint. Or, no, I simply wished that we might be such.
There are no gods in this world, but I'm sure your wish will come true.
I hope so.
today's bunch of ore.
Thank you for your work. Please leave it over there.
Yes, sir. Goodbye.
Enfin quelqu'un qui dit au revoir.
Or?
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, food.
You would need very strong teeth to eat it.
Yes, his teeth are strong. Well, setting those frivolities aside, what do you plan to do?
I'm off to look for everyone.
You're a strong person. You'll have my support from the shadows. If you're ever in need of my aid, then I am at your service.
Thank you very much. May we meet again.
Yes, farewell.
A land of shimmering dew and gills. I can tell simply by gazing from here. If I believe that the others are my companions, then I must search for them.
/TP.
Ewan?
There's something I want to ask you.
It is a great relief to see that you are well. And what might you want to ask?
I felt your intentions were true back then. That's why I fought alongside you.
Despite my summoning one of the keepers?
Yes. But about one of your actions, I don't have a clear answer yet. Why'd you help make that keeper retreat? Do you reject the keepers?
The liberation I seek cannot be brought about by the hands of the keepers.
Pourquoi j'ai l'impression qu'en fait il change la voix à plusieurs reprises. Soit la doubleuse change elle-même sa voix, c'est trop bien fait, soit il change vraiment la doubleuse. C'est bizarre.
There are many keepers. There's Nexus of Serenity, Nerva of Purgation. What happens when another keeper appears? One that has the power you're looking for. That question is not a fair one. And I know what I need to do.
You and I...
No need to worry. I won't take your life. I'm only going to shackle you. I'll take your power and command it. At least in this world. Don't look so distraught. It's only natural to resist. Quit moving so much already. I don't want to hurt you needlessly. Eris, why are you seeking liberation?
I seek liberation because of pain and sadness. All that there is causes the people to suffer.
And you think you'll get rid of that?
I do not know. A part of me is uncertain. In what way should I make my path forward? Why? Why was the village stolen from us? The people worked themselves to the bone, and they did no wrong. Once each week, they prayed to God. And when the harvest was plenty, they thanked God. I simply know that I wish to liberate the people from sorrow.
All right.
Why do you ask?
You're lost and confused. You can't take a single step forward. There's no need to restrain you now. I'll tell you one thing. The Keepers go straight for your heart's weakness. Your past is fodder for the Keepers. That's how it was for me.
My past.
Find your own way for now. You can choose the wrong path, but I'll be there to stop you.
The poor kill the poor. Oh God! Oh God! In this world there is no... They couldn't be saved. Not one of them. Not by my God, and not by me. I took the steps to do so. But before me was failure. The ending called Nexus.
Am I now only trying to find someone onto whom I can cling? To hold on to the others as I held on to Nexus?
Dépression. Ouais, on est obligé de faire le prochain chapitre, même si on est déjà à 30 minutes. Zut.
I can accomplish nothing while I stand still like this. That much I know. Why? Whatever for? There is no God on which to rely. Who is to blame for everyone being dead and stolen away? That day was the day on which it all began. I lost a voice that I heard then.
I thought you were off in search of your companions. You don't look very well. Is there something wrong?
No. I have no time in which to waver and none in which to stand still. I have already sinned enough.
Sin? Are there any living creatures without sin? In order to survive, life feasts upon life. It snares it, ensnares it, and tears it away. It raises itself up by lowering others down. To abide is to sin. I don't know if that's any comfort to you, but that's what I believe.
If all people are sinners, then this world is a festering purgatory. Do you not think so, Marlone?
Do I not think so?
I mean that...
Ah, there you are.
Merci de couper cette conversation, putain, j'étais à fond dedans, merde.
Ah, Cetus and Maisha, is something wrong?
Well, at the break of dawn today, a great number of magical life forms were produced, and I've therefore produced a report. I'd kindly request that you take a look and act accordingly. How many times have I said this very thing to you?
50, 100, please allow me to take a look at the report.
Such intimidating eyes. Who could he be?
This may be the 50th or 100th time, but it doesn't seem that you have the Magus Covenant seal.
I'm tired of hearing that, Marlone medium.
Oh, I'm sure you must be.
Cetus.
Maisha, stand down.
No.
If you were to hurt me, what would that solve?
Attends, elle peut sortir la magie de l'épée sans sortir l'épée de son fourreau? Stylé.
Deliberations are held based on a report signed by the guild. Isn't it Escamali that set down those rules?
It is, but surely you don't think that by cutting down the leader of Escamali...
The person who made the rules is going to take responsibility for them.
Marlone!
What point is there in rules that don't fix wrongdoing? They're another form of injustice. I can't ignore these actions anymore.
I don't understand. But for two people to attack one is...
If you don't get it, then back off.
Cetus, tu fais vraiment mal ton job.
No.
Il fait peur.
Eris, this problem is between us.
I understand that much, but I cannot ignore the violence taking place before my very eyes.
What you say is right, but I can't allow this.
That is fine. We will settle this through battle.
Cetus.
I'm fine.
That beast man Cetus is always protecting the woman. It does not seem to be bad. Have you not done enough?
Not yet. If this goes on...
Cetus. It's the fault of the Blade Rights that we weren't able to obtain the Covenant seal. Let's make another attempt.
Sorry. I guess I really blew up back there.
It's perfectly fine. I'm sure you were getting mad for the two of us. Let's return to the guild. Arisa is waiting. I'm going to bid you farewell for today, Mama.
All right then. We're already working to dispatch with the rest.
Thank you very much, and goodbye.
You're a great help, Eris. To think that you would be able to repel Cetus, never mind Maisha.
No, I merely did what I felt should be done.
Attends, elle a pas remarqué que Maisha parlait d'Arisa?
Eris, is it not human nature?
Are we resuming our conversation from earlier?
Sin is sin, and that's all. What problem is there with that? You need only to pay penance, to atone. Do what you need to.
There are surely some sins that cannot be reversed.
You're saying your sins are like that? How can you be so sure?
I know. There was a town, and in that town was the sacred hall. It was there that I worked, and it was there that I served my god. The people of the village were kind, diligent, and they died. All of them. The neighboring village was struck with famine. They wanted food, and so they attacked the village I was in. I was away that day. When I returned, all had been destroyed. I cursed the world. The villagers were without sin. The poor were without sin. Why then did they die? I lamented and I heard a voice. I received a divine revelation. And then I began to pray with others who shared my thoughts. Forsaking food and sleep, we prayed and prayed. We paid no attention to those brothers and sisters who fell in service. And I summoned the one who brought an end to my world. How could I repent for such a sin? You think I could atone? The world has frozen over on my account.
Simply give life to as many as you have killed. Save as many as you have destroyed. If the world is frozen, then warm it. That's all you need to do. That's all, Eris.
That's preposterous.
Yes, but that's fine, Eris. All returns to nothingness in the end. There are no sins, nor retribution. Continue with everything you have until your final day. That's all you need to do.
That could be...
Well, let us meet again. I hope that you no longer need to waver at that time.
As do I.
Goodbye, then.
Give life to as many as you have killed. Save as many as you have destroyed.
Ah, il était génial. Putain, c'est comme on résumait une solution. Ah, beaucoup trop philosophique pour ma gueule. Too deep for you. Bon, allez, on va s'arrêter là. Ça fait déjà 37 minutes. Donc je vais mettre pas la vidéo comme ça. Allez, vite. Ciao, bye bye.